Katie.
I'm Jessica. The lovely Fedora is going to come back out, and we're going to pick another topic. Oh, and if you have any topics you want to share, just comment below or kick them to us, because we did leave our kicks on different videos. It's not a fucking joke. This
one is huge. Okay, it's not a fucking joke. There are certain things out there that people make jokes about that it is not cool to joke about because you don't know what other people are going through.
Constant joking about rape or drugs
or addiction, eating disorders, depression, cutting, anything. It's not
even just self-hate.
It's not cool. It's not a joke. It's not something that can be taken lightly. If
people are really fucking going through that shit. I don't know if you know that.
There are people out there, and you might not know this because they don't tell. It's not like you wear it on your sleeve. It's not like, oh, you have a sign across your forehead that says eating disorder, or cutter, or depression, or rape victim. It doesn't show up for you to know.
It's not like you see him walking down the street, oh, that person was a rape victim because she has brown hair. No, it's not like that.
You never know what somebody's going through. And even if you do, it's not cool to make jokes about it.
Yeah.
You should never joke about rape.
Never.
Ever. It's not a joke.
I will shoot. No, I'm just kidding. That would be murder. But
rape it's not funny. What's funny about somebody being
scared and frightened and put against their will for even if it was just 5 minutes, that is going to haunt them. They close their eyes for 3 seconds, and the only thing they can picture or feel is that fear and that terrifying fucking thing that is never going to go away.
It never leaves them. And it hurts them when you joke about it because it makes you sound like a fucking prick for not taking it seriously.
I mean, yeah, we've all joked around with our friends where we would like feel each other up, or like if I grabbed her boob right now and
this
be like,
"This is not rape."
That's rape. Okay, no, I mean that happens. Okay, but don't sit there and have like an actual conversation or try to tell us something that you know nothing about.
Cutting isn't a joke. Go slit your wrists. That's not funny.
That's not. Because you want to know why? People do that. And you don't understand why. Or you don't know who actually does.
You don't know what's going on in their heads that makes them hate themselves so much they take a blade to their skin.
Do you think it's easy? Oh, yeah, I thought this would be fun. So I'm going to take a fucking knife and just go slit my wrist. No.
They are going through something. They are feeling emotional pain. It's not easy for them. And it's not like it's an easy way out for them. Oh, I'm having a hard time. I'm going to go cut myself. No, don't fucking joke around about it.
No.
Because they are seriously...
Or they're just doing it for attention. Do you think people are going to try to hide it from you if they're doing it for attention? I'm not going to say that there hasn't been, like, someone who has tried to just...
No, I'm emo.
I'm emo. Yeah,
people are fucking pricks.
Those people, that's the people where you're getting your shit from.
But not everyone's like that.
You want to know why? That's what you think of? Because the people who are actually suffering and hurting because of it is hidden in the fucking closet, and it's out of sight, out of mind for you.
They don't want you to see it.
Nose.
Okay, they don't want you to see it. If they're cutting, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna hide it. You never see somebody with cuts all up and down their arms and all up and down their legs that show them off, who aren't looking for attention, who are actually going through this physical, emotional pain. You cut for the release, and it's not okay to joke about it at all. There's never a time where it is okay for you to make a joke about cutting yourself or harming yourself or any of the things listed above. It is not okay to joke about depression. Oh, you're just depressed. No, you don't know what's going on with them. You don't know how they're feeling. If you talk to them and you get to know them, you might be able to understand them a little better. But don't go making judgments on them without a full awareness of what's happening in their life right now. Eating disorders. Huge deal. If you joke about that, it's not fucking funny. It is not fucking funny. As someone who has recovered from an eating disorder, let me tell you, when somebody makes a joke about, oh, you're too fat to have an eating disorder, or she's anorexic. Do you know that about her? Because she's skinny, she's anorexic? No. Don't make these assumptions and don't joke about it. It's not fucking funny, and it ruins people's lives. It makes them feel like utter shit. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah. You think words are just words. No, sometimes they really affect us. They really affect people that you say them to.
If you tell somebody, oh, you're fat, they're like, and they have an eating disorder, do you know what that's going to do to them?
That is, like, the biggest trigger in the fucking world.
You don't know. Don't joke about that stuff. It's just not funny.
There is a whole nother person hidden inside every single one of us that you don't get to see on a daily basis. You just don't. You have to get to know somebody. So making the wrong impression can be crucial. Don't joke about rape and then you don't even know that your best friend's a rape victim. Like, it's not funny. Like, you don't know what's going on inside their head all the time.
And don't assume. And definitely do not assume what's going on. If you know me and you know that I have an eating disorder, don't joke around.
Yeah.
Because that's going to piss me off and I'm not going to want to talk to you. And even if you don't know somebody who has an eating disorder, I kept it hidden from my friends and my family for a long time. And every time somebody made a comment about that, one of my best friends made a comment about someone else, another bulimic. And it crushed me so much that I couldn't talk to her.
For a long time.
For a very long time. So you don't know.
And it was hard for me to understand, like, what even made her stop talking to her. Like, yeah, you see little things that you think might be going wrong with someone. Don't ignore them. Because it really
Nobody's
sucks.
going to come out and say right away, I need help.
It's one of the hardest things to do. Next to accepting someone's help, knowing that you are not strong enough to deal with it on your own.
But by making these assumptions or by joking around about something serious like this,
it hurts.
It destroys somebody on the inside. And you don't know how that joke is going to affect anyone. And even if, okay, say I made a joke about rape, not knowing anything about anyone else. It's not cool. It's gonna change. Shut up.
No, talk it.
You don't know how that's gonna affect someone. Even, like, you don't have to know somebody to know that that could hurt somebody. Or just joking around about it, even if that didn't happen to them,
maybe it happened to someone they knew.
Or maybe it has nothing to do with them. It could still affect them. They could be like, oh, they're joking around about rape. They must be a total prick.
Like, your opinion changes
about somebody because they're making fun of somebody's.
So serious.
Rape is not your fault. I want everyone out there to know, rape is not your fault. You did not do anything to ask for that. Eating disorders are not your fault. Nobody fucking chooses that. Nobody chooses either of those to be miserable. Nobody fucking chooses to be depressed or chooses to hate themselves. It just happens.
It is a mental state of mind. Same thing with cutting. Cutting can become addicting. That pain that you feel in your heart, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with yourself, and you try to find a release. So you want to match how you're feeling inside to your outside because you don't feel worthy enough. And that is the hardest part, is because it's so addicting to jump over and accept the fact that that needs to stop because you're hurting yourself more inside and out.
And people just, they don't see it because nobody really gets to know the real you unless you're like this. But even with somebody who's your best friend and the person that you care about more than anyone in the world, this is my absolute best friend. And it took me
I was the
so long.
I was the last person she physically told about her eating disorder. Last person.
It's the hardest thing to talk about. And you can't just assume, oh, well, she hasn't told me, so she must not have one. You don't know what's going on. You really you can't make these assumptions.
It's hard.
And you can't joke around about it. None of these things are funny.
So, I've gone through my fair share of the crappy deck of cards. We all have. Even if it's not cutting or bulimia or sexual abuse.
You've been through something. And how would you feel if somebody joked around about that? Nobody jokes around about cancer.
Yeah.
Oh. And if you do, then you're an idiot, and you need to just,
okay. I'm just saying, you joke around about cancer. Seriously? Seriously, people.
But nobody does that because everyone knows that it's wrong. Because it's a disease.
It is a disease and disorder. They don't call it chronic depression for nothing. We don't have doctors for it. Oh, they're not real doctors? Yes, they are. Your brain...
It's a mental illness.
It's a mental illness. And your brain is wired, and you can't fucking rewire that shit. It is hard.
And it's as serious as cancer. It can kill you inside. People think, oh, mental illnesses, schizophrenia, OCD. Like,
OCD.
Stuff like that, depression, anything like that. Anything. It's the same thing. It's life-threatening. You can literally destroy yourself from the inside out, from your mind. You
totally mind fuck
Anxiety. Let me tell you how hard it is to go to school when you have an anxiety attack. It is like hell. It's worse than when you fall and break a leg. If you fall and break a leg, you're not going to go and walk on that leg. So why would you go to school if you're having an anxiety attack when the school is the thing that's causing the anxiety? Yeah. But people don't see it like that. They're like, oh, well, you can get out of bed. You're healthy physically. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not dying.
Keep running in
Just
the race.
Keep going. No. It's a fucking big deal. And you can't ignore that.
Be taken lightly.
And so you should not fucking joke about that.
So yeah. Our video is so getting interrupted by wonderful little children.
We love them.
We love them dearly.
But you just can't joke about this stuff.
It's hard. And if you ever need someone to talk to, comment below. Kick us. I am at Thumper, like a little bunny in Bambi. And then it's 6991.
I'm Katie. You can kick me at Bambi, BAMBII 7991. Anytime I'm here for you. All the time, I swear.
Yes.
I'm here, I promise. Comment below if you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about. Anything.
Even if you hate us, go ahead, comment. We'll take it. I mean, it's not nice. It's really not, but we can take it. And we'll probably, who knows, you might be the star of our next video.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.